After explaining the role of setting the correct fat-to-protein ratio on the carnivore diet, here are the other two, even more crucial factors which actually make the diet work for us, completely changing the type of results we achieve on this powerful journey. A closer look reveals that the modern prescription of 3 meals a day plus snacks is not rooted in biology, but in commerce, a rhythm designed to keep people constantly eating, constantly buying, and constantly hungry. Human beings did not evolve to graze. We evolved through cycles of feast and fast, eating abundantly when food was available and fasting in between. This rhythm gave our bodies time to burn fat, repair tissues, and clear cellular debris. It is this rhythm that the carnivore diet, combined with intermittent fasting, can restore effortlessly. One of the greatest gifts of carnivore is satiety. A plate of steak and eggs fuels the body for at least 10 to 12 hours, leaving no cravings in its wake. By contrast, a breakfast of cereal and fruit juice spikes blood sugar, then drops it within 90 minutes, leaving the eater desperate for another fix. On carnivore, because insulin barely rises, energy remains stable, and the body draws effortlessly on fat reserves between meals. For many, intermittent fasting is not something forced, but something that happens naturally. They forget to eat, not because they are starving, but because they are finally nourished. At first, most people eat 3 meals a day, but within weeks, satiety increases and they find themselves only eating twice. This 2-meal pattern, often called OMAD, extends fasting windows, reduces insulin exposure, and gives the digestive system long stretches of rest. People with obesity, insulin resistance, or fatty liver often see dramatic changes at this stage. Blood sugar stabilizes, waistlines shrink, and cravings disappear. Some, as their adaptation deepens, move further still into OMAD, 1 meal a day. This concentrates nutrient intake into a single feast and leaves the body fasting for 23 hours. The effect is profound. Insulin sensitivity is maximized, autophagy clears away damaged cells, inflammation falls, and energy soars. Many report sharper mental focus, deeper sleep, and relief from autoimmune flares during these extended fasting rhythms. Modern research supports these experiences. Studies from Harvard and the University of Illinois have shown that intermittent fasting reduces insulin, lowers triglycerides, improves blood pressure, and calms inflammation, even when no calories are restricted. Combine fasting with carnivore, which already eliminates the inflammatory triggers of processed food, and the synergy delivers results that medicine cannot replicate. Case reports abound. Diabetics discontinuing insulin, obese patients losing 100 pounds without hunger, autoimmune patients regaining their lives. Perhaps the most profound benefit of fasting with carnivore is the restoration of metabolic flexibility. Modern diets have locked people into a single fuel system, glucose, requiring constant snacks to maintain energy. Carnivore reteaches the body to burn fat as its primary fuel, and fasting then becomes effortless. People no longer eat by the clock, but by genuine hunger, a state of freedom almost forgotten in the modern world. They rediscover what it feels like to control food rather than be controlled by it. And in that discovery lies a second key to lasting health.
Friends, before we move ahead, we would like to know, how has been your experience on the carnivore diet so far? Which health conditions have you managed to heal? Did you face any problems while starting or later on? And do you have any tips and suggestions for other carnivore followers? Do share in the comments. And here we have a little request. Subscribe to our channel, helping us spread the healing message further.
Science reveals that electrolytes, sodium, potassium, and magnesium, are not minor details. They are the electrical current of our life, powering our nerve signals, muscle contractions, hydration, and blood pressure regulation in the body. Without them, even the best diet falters. Actually, on carbohydrate-heavy diets, like the standard American diet, high insulin levels force the kidneys to retain sodium and water. But as we switch to the carnivore diet, as soon as carbohydrates are removed, insulin drops and the kidneys flush sodium more freely. This explains why many new carnivore eaters experience dizziness, headaches, fatigue, or cramps, not because the diet is deficient, but because electrolytes are being lost too quickly. This is the so-called keto flu, a phrase that misleads many of us into thinking that the diet itself is harmful. In reality, it is an issue of sodium, potassium, and magnesium deficiency. Sodium is the foundation. Without adequate sodium, blood volume falls, energy wanes, and muscles misfire. On carnivore, most people need 4 to 6 grams of sodium daily, often more for athletes or heavy sweaters. Liberal salting with mineral-rich salts, such as Himalayan pink salt or Redmond's real salt, restores balance and prevents the cascade of symptoms many mistakenly blame on the diet. Potassium, supplied abundantly in red meat, eggs, and seafood, maintains heart rhythm and cellular hydration. Magnesium, although present in animal foods, is often inadequate due to modern soil depletion, and supplementation can support sleep, prevent cramps, and stabilize insulin sensitivity. Clinical pioneers including Dr. Stephen Phinney and Dr. Eric Westman have emphasized for decades that the majority of symptoms during carbohydrate withdrawal are in fact electrolyte imbalances. As soon as we adjust sodium, potassium, and magnesium in our carnivore meals, individuals not only adapt smoothly, rather thrive with energy and resilience beyond what they experienced before. In practice, electrolyte needs vary, but the principle is universal. While on carnivore, salt your food generously. Listen to your body's signals. Cravings for salt, muscle cramps, fatigue, or poor sleep are all clues. The key is to adjust accordingly. Over time, as the body stabilizes, electrolytes become second nature, a quiet background to the thriving health carnivore diet delivers us.